1964, a radiant sun lit up the stage of the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. It was the 15th birthday of the People's Republic of China. A musical extravaganza, The East is Red, celebrated the history of the revolution that had created the communist state.
在毛泽东时代，祖国的人民多么幸福！可是，我们怎能忘记过去的苦难？黑暗的旧中国，地是黑沉沉的地，天是黑沉沉的天。
The East is Red showed young kids like us why there had been a revolution. The Chinese people had experienced such incredible suffering. The Communist Party was founded under these historical conditions to save the Chinese people.
In The East is Red, Mao Zedong forms a trinity with Marx and Lenin, prophets of a world revolution that would lead to a utopian, classless society. In 1964, China's leaders were divided over how to achieve that goal. The future would depend on how the past was defined. In this staged history, all other leaders were eclipsed. Mao alone leads the people to victory.
We were taught at a young age that the true purpose of life was not to seek happiness for yourself. That was embarrassingly vulgar. A glorious and fulfilling life could only be achieved by dedicating yourself to a great revolutionary cause. For that cause, you must be willing to sacrifice your life.
I'd sung this song myself at school concerts. Tears would well up in my eyes. My father had been executed by the nationalists. My mother had been imprisoned, and I was in jail with her. Chairman Mao's statement that countless revolutionary martyrs had sacrificed their lives for the people wasn't propaganda. For me, it was true.
The East is Red presented a creation myth, an historical vision, a belief system, and a moral landscape, one in which a new generation now came of age.
I longed to be a professional revolutionary. No normal job, no family. I would simply spend all my time rushing around for the revolution. It would be the most thrilling and colorful life imaginable. Looking back on it today, this feeling was actually part of a universal and timeless adolescent impulse. If I'd been immersed in religious teachings instead, maybe I would have become one of the faithful.
The motherland, the party, and the revolution came first. And yourself? You were nothing unless you were part of the great cause. To be excluded was to be left without a purpose in life. That was very, very painful. The East is Red was the biggest event I'd ever taken part in. I was about 10 years old. 20 kids from our school's choral group sang in it. One day, when I was about to leave for the performance, my father came in beaming. He was the president of China then. He told me, there will be some great news.
Liu Ting's father, Liu Shaoqi, had been Mao's closest comrade for decades. On October 16th, he came with Mao and Premier Zhou Enlai to meet with the cast of The East is Red.
Zhou Enlai announced, China has exploded our first atom bomb. We jumped up and down. It felt like the stage might collapse.
3、2、1，起爆！
The imperialists could bully China because they had advanced technology, and we were so poor. But now, sorry, we have the atom bomb. We can build our country in peace. You attack us, we'll get you back with the bomb. Now I think no one should have nuclear weapons. But back then, I was ecstatic, like I had the A-bomb in my own backyard.
China, it was claimed, had another weapon, one that no other nation could possess. Lin Biao, head of the armed forces, called it a spiritual atom bomb, one more powerful than the actual atom bomb and far more potent. It was Mao Zedong thought. Only we can deploy this spiritual atom bomb, Lin said. We have a monopoly on it, and the imperialists can't compete with us.
看呐，人人挂着喜悦的眼泪，个个兴高采烈。他们在倾听着毛主席震撼世界的声音。
中华人民共和国诞生了，中国人民从此站起来了。
The climax of The East is Red was the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949, a victory for world revolution. The young people who watched the celebration in 1964 would soon take the stage themselves. They would do battle for the future of that revolution.